Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you may be in the world. I just hope wherever you are in the world that it is not raining like it has been raining in Sydney. Guys, it has rained for a month. I mean, just, you know, if you hear a sort of a pattering sound, not pattering, but you know what I mean, that sort of sound, it's on the roof, the rain is just never ending, it is coming down in buckets, it's just, Anyway, apart from that, everything is fabulous. I mean, you know, everything's getting damp and wet and, and we had a leak. We've had a leak today. So him indoors has been up in the attic and in the roof space and, you know what I mean? You only have one of those days. You really don't want to turn onto YouTube and go to my channel and go, I'll just watch one of 5 Foot Nothing's videos, you know. If you were thinking I was going to cheer you up, I'm really sorry, but it's just been the most rubbish day. You know, when you're sort of in a half-renovated house, and so there are still little bits that aren't quite weather tight, and it rains for a month. Okay, enough of that. Right. Oh, and I found out that lapel mics don't fit on lapels. Well, they don't fit on these lapels anyway. And I'm feeling very corporate this evening because I'm wearing a suit jacket and proper shoes and because it's cold as well. I'll stop moaning now. Okay, right. What were we going to talk about? Oh, that's right, Proenza Schouler. But before I say that, I published a short around tea time today, so it's probably about 2.5 hours ago, that showed you a really good alternative for the Suburb Symmetry pochette, and it's half the price, so check that out if you're wanting one of those bags. Apart from that, I was going to share my somewhat dated collection of Proenza Schouler with you. But I think it's one of those brands that, you know, that is so out it's in. It's cool because nobody else is walking around with a Proenza Schouler bag anymore. Except me, that is. Anyway, Proenza Schouler, I need to read from my notes. I'm sorry, I cannot remember them. It's just, you know, I haven't had enough sleep, etc., etc., all the rest of it. I'm pulling all the favours today. Okay, so Proenza Schouler launched its first handbag collection in 2008, which included the PS1, a classic satchel that embodies a sense of wearable luxury that has become the brand's signature. And funnily enough, 2 years after that, Mulberry came out with a bag called the Alexa, which is named after Alexa Chung, and it bore a distinct similarity, don't you think, to the PS1? I used to have an Alexa. I tried it in the standard size and it was too faffy. There are these magnets underneath the straps that you've got to line up to close it, and then there was something else that you had to do up, and it was like something with about 3 or 4 fastenings and I couldn't cope with it. So I sold that one. I bought a different type. What was it? There was a quilted one. So I thought I'd give that a go, because the problem was that when you're pressing on the magnet things, unless there was something in the bag that you could press against, it didn't do up. Hopeless. Anyway, what am I waffling on about? Oh, goodness knows. I'm sorry. It's been, you know, it's been a day. Okay, so my Proenza Schouler collection. I love these bags. I will never ever sell my PS1s. I think they're a fabulous bag. I think they're never out of fashion. I don't know how a classic satchel could ever date, and I love them to pieces. And if you want one, I mean, now is a really good time to buy one, because like I said, they're so out of fashion. You know, everybody's selling them really cheaply. There's a great one on eBay at the moment, eBay Australia, and it's a grey one. It's quite a nice sort of mid to dark grey, 500 Australian dollars. I am beyond tempted, I'm telling you, really. However, my first PS1 is this one, which I bought in August 2017 from my Teresa, and the colour is called Military, and it's a sort of dark khaki colour. But it was actually produced in 2015, so it's a 2015 bag. I just love these bags. They're just so, they're so easy compared to the faffing around with an Alexa. And my apologies, if anybody's got an Alexa and they're watching and you love your Alexa, you go for it. Don't pay any attention to me whatsoever. She says, this is much easier. God. Well, it was last time I used it. Okay. So there's the straps that have to come out of there, and then there's just this flip-up catch. I'll show you up closely actually, because there's quite a clever little thing under here. You see where that sort of clicks in on there? So it's not just that, it's that as well. So it's sort of doubly secure. And then those just slip through here, which I know is still faffily, but you know, it's not as bad as the Mulberry one where you've got to line up these magnetic thingies and, you know, all of that stuff. Anyway, I was going to show you inside. Oh, God. I am so all over the place. I do apologise, I'm just hopeless today. And the problem is, because we've got these issues with the house, I won't go into them, they're numerous, you know, where there's too much rain and there's not enough stuff keeping it out, so him indoors is running around like a chuck with his head cut off, and so there won't be any editing of this video, it's just going to go out as is. So stand by, goodness knows what might happen. I dread to think. Okay, excuse the noise, stuffing coming out of bag. Right, okay, so you've got this extra sort of fastening here that just, a little magnetic fastening there. You don't need to use it, it just keeps the sides of the bag together and it keeps the shape a bit better. Okay, so then we've got a large zip pocket there. And then there's another pocket at the front there. I should show you these closer up, shouldn't I? Okay, so that's the small one at the front with the magnetic dot thing. Then there's this one, zip pocket on the front there. And as I said before, zip pocket at the back. Seriously, more pockets than you know what to do with them. I mean, it's an awesome bag. I just think it's really, I think it's a really cool bag. I don't think saying cool is cool anymore, but I don't really care. I'm too old to care, really. So anyway, on, they look like this. The shoulder strap is the perfect length for somebody who's short like me. Here was I, sat chortling away, going along my merry way, telling you all about the bags and how fabulous everything was, and the battery died. Anyway, you know, pas de problème, we'll just carry on and ignore all these things that keep happening. It's, you know what I mean? Just, oh, I missed a pocket. Do you know, I knew there was another pocket on this bag somewhere. It's on the back. Oops, there's a mark on my bag there. Let's give that a polish. Zip pocket on the back. So that is my khaki PS1. And what was the next one? Ah, yes. The next one was a little bit different, and I think they only did this for one season. And it's a nylon one. And it's brilliant, and I don't know why they didn't keep making it, because it's really handy when it rains like it's been raining here. Because who would want to take a decent leather bag out in this rain? It is of monsoon proportions, I'm telling you. Anyway, I digress again greatly. So, this PS1 Medium Nylon Shoulder Bag, bought in January 2017, produced in 2015, bought from Mitre Razor, and the colour, as you can see, is my favourite. It's black. Now, it's pretty much the same as the ordinary one, except it's nylon. Of course, it has the leather straps and leather inside the flap. I won't unpack it because it's the same inside as the other one, but that's the extra little strap across the top there that helps the bag keep in shape. Same fastening, leather straps. And this one, and it's got a leather handle as well. This one has a webbing strap, which is also a great length for me. I'm still debating whether I'm short or it's just everybody else who's too tall. I think the latter, really. Sorry, I'm really losing the plot a bit today. Where was I? Oh, goodness me. Yes, that was my fabulous nylon bag that has been much used of late. Now, what was the next one I bought? The next one, well, the next PS1 satchel, I bought in May 2020 from Farfetch, but it was shipped directly from Proenza Schouler, because you know the setup with Farfetch, they're just a sort of a third party, the boutiques and companies, whatever, just use them as a selling vehicle basically. Although they were in financial trouble, weren't they? I don't know what's happened about that actually. They still seem to be going. So bought in May 2020, but it was produced in 2018. And the colour is called Dark Ruby. Now, for somebody like me, who wears black nearly all the time, well, in winter anyway, I sort of went out on a limb a bit here, buying a red bag, but it was in the sale, and at the time, these bags were still sort of in fashion, still sort of okay. So the prices hadn't plummeted like they have now. So this was in the sale, and it was about, I don't know, $1,000 or something, $1,000 or $1,100. And I just thought, why not? Bright red bag. It's exactly the same as the other, so I won't bore you with all the pockets and everything else, but needless to say, I quite like red and black. I don't mind pop a colour occasionally. Yeah, it's pretty good. Same as the others. Zip pocket on the back. Standard openings. Leather straps, etc., etc. I really love this to pieces, and every time I go somewhere with this bag, literally every time somebody will go, oh wow, that's bright, or goodness, that's very red. Don't get upset about it, just talking to the bag, reassuring it. I don't talk to my bags very often, just occasionally. Anyway, I shall consult my notes again. Okay, so those are my 3 PS1s, and now I have a PS Courier bag. double-sided calfskin, bought in October 2019 but produced in 2014 and bought at a very reasonable price from Fashion File. And the colour is my favourite, it's black. Beautiful leather. Look at that, it is just stunning. You can see the leather inside there, it is so soft. It is gorgeous, it really is. Whoops, sorry, bit of a noise. Now this one just has, it's got a sort of a micro suede lining, which you won't be able to see much of, sorry about that, but it's black. Whoops, there goes the zip. Zip pocket in the back. You need two hands to, oops, do up, okay, yep, right, okay, got that. And this is one of those, the thing with this bag, it's sort of floppy, you know what I mean, you need an organiser in here if you're going to use it. I do have one for this bag, and I have no idea where it is. I mean, I tried not to keep mentioning the renovating thing, but it is causing chaos in my life. And for somebody with OCD to not know where their bag organiser is for a floppy bag, it's difficult to cope with. I mean, honestly, I know it sounds ridiculous. You'd think, oh, it's nothing. It is something to me, it really is. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show you, there's a pocket on, outside pocket on the back. Magnetic dot. And it's just chain. Oh, one thing nice about the chain actually that I didn't show you was it's mixed metals, so it's almost like a champagne gold there and then a yellow gold here, and it sort of meets in the middle there. It's a gorgeous bag. That's the pocket on the back there. I think I paid about $300 or $400 for this on Fashion File, just there. And it's a great bag. It is the perfect size. You know, if you're just going out and you don't want to take the whole kit and caboodle with you, this is fabulous. It really is. It's a good bag, and it's called the PS Courier Bag. So there's that one. So the next one is a mini PS1 crossbody bag, bought in May 2021 from Farfetch, sale again, in the colour Petrol, which is a sort of a dark green. And it is such a cute little bag, look. It's gorgeous. Oops, take the... Do you know, I have used this bag quite a lot, and I seriously had no idea that the labels were on there. I mean, honestly, do you know, I give up with myself. How can you do that? I've had this bag for, when did I buy it? 2021. I've had this bag for May 2021, 3 years. I've used this bag at least a dozen times, probably more. And all the time it has had not one, but 2 labels attached to it, tucked away inside here. I mean, honestly, I'm a hopeless case. And really, I don't know. What can I say? We get old, these sorts of things happen, I suppose. I mean, nobody tells you when you're older that you're going to start doing things like that, you know, using handbags with the labels still attached and not noticing the tags. I mean, come on, really. I would say it's all downhill from here, but you know, it really isn't. I'd still feel like I'm at the top of the hill, just looking out over it, all of it. On that note, I will present you with the last bag in my collection. I hear a collective sigh of relief. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for tolerating me, because it has not been the most organised video in the world. I set out with all the right intentions, and then the weather just totally undid us, and yeah, you know, I won't go into all that again, but if you got this far in the video and you have somehow enjoyed this video or others that I have done, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel, if you would hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I publish another video. If you give it a thumbs up if you like it, that would be great, and if you want to leave a comment down under, I will reply to you. I do appreciate it, really. I'm trying to be monetised by my 70th birthday, which is in the middle of October, and subscriber-wise, I'm doing quite well. Although, please do not let that deter you from subscribing. Please do. One can never have too many subscribers. I'm sure somebody famous said that once. What was the other thing I was going to say? You see, this happens when you get older. Oh, yes, watch hours. Oh, goodness me, how could I forget? I'm desperately short of watch hours. So if you could bear it, do please watch the video to the end. I mean, if you've come this far, you might as well, because I've nearly finished anyway. Or just watch the beginning and just sort of turn the sound down and just leave it on, you know, in the background and go about whatever. I don't mind, really. I shall not be offended. Anyway, goodness, where was I? Okay, this is the PS Extra Small Courier Pebbled Calfskin, bought in September 2020 from eBay, colour navy blue. And I love this little bag. And I'm sure that this doesn't have the tags still attached to it. Excuse the noise of rustling there. It looks, at first sight, to be a very small bag, and you'd think, oh, I don't know, what could you fit in there? Well, it easily fits my phone. I'll show you now to demonstrate. See it? Phone, bag, phone. There we go. However, this isn't one of those super large phones. It's just a standard Android, I don't know, whatever, you know, I don't know, I just make it to use phone calls. If you buy a bag like this pre-loved, do check underneath the pocket in the back here. That lifts up, and underneath is a label, and it will have the registration number at the bottom there. And where's the, oh yes, here we go. I will just show you. Whoops. It's like the old authenticity cards that Chanel used to have. So you get a card like this with the item serial number on. So do check for that, because if it doesn't have that label underneath the pocket at the back, then it ain't a real one. I mean, I don't think it's the sort of bag that will be faked anyway. The inside is gorgeous because it's the other side of the leather, and it's just beautiful suede. No, it's not the other side of the leather. I take that back. Oh, goodness me. I'm going to miss Scott's editing skills this evening, I know I am. It's lined with suede, because I can feel there are two distinct layers there. Anyway, it has the small pocket at the back, just there. It has a little pocket on the back as well, with a magnetic dot. And it is a really cute little bag. And it's It's a little bit long on me, but it's not too bad. You know, I can just sort of... I'm on my toes now showing you the bag. Right. Same as the other one. The two different metals. This one actually is much more silver rather than a champagne gold and the yellow gold. And they come off one side, so you can take it off there, but you can't take it off the other side. So if for any reason you did want to carry it without the chain, you'll have to put up with the chain being inside. I'm not doing a very good job of this, am I? I'm sorry. It's just, yeah. It's been a bit like that. Anyway, that is the last bag in my collection. So I've got 3 PS1 satchels. I've got the mini satchel. I've got the standard size Courier bag and the extra small Courier. I sort of like the one in between this one, you know, the standard Courier bag style, and the extra small one. There is a small that is between this one and that one, and I can't find one. It's really annoying. I mean, I'm more of a collector of handbags than obviously I use handbags. Well, I used that one for 3 years with the labels on, didn't I? So quite clearly I am. But for the most part, I'm a collector, so I like to have the full set. You know what I mean? If there's standard size, small and extra small, then I like to have all 3 of them. However, we'd all like to have whatever, wouldn't we? And I can hear my mother saying, you know, be grateful for what you've got, and I am, truly, very grateful indeed. And I'm very fortunate, even though we are living in a leaky house at the moment. I won't mention that again. No, I've stopped, it's gone. Right. I think that's all there is to say, apart from the fact that this is a very somewhat dishevelled video this evening. I do apologise. I'll try and be back to my usual normal, in quote, self on, what day is it? God, I forgot what day it was. I'll be back to my usual self on Wednesday, and if you've got to the end of this video, thank you. Really, you're a trooper. I appreciate it. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. À bientôt, mes amis. Au revoir et bonsoir.